This weekend, nearly 100 people are expected to attend a birthday party for a woman who's turning the same age, 100. News Channel 5's Chris Davis shares more about her really remarkable life.
Mother, what do you think about being 100 years old? Can you believe it?
Hard to believe.
Betty Hooper has seen a lot over the last century, born one of 8 children to a Chinese family in Hawaii.
I heard this booming going on, and I thought, it could be Sunday because it's a beautiful day.
She was a teenager in Honolulu on the day which shall live in infamy.
That's when I found out the Japanese were bombing Pearl Harbor.
Hooper says the fear lasted far beyond the attack.
What were you all worried about right after the attack?
Japanese coming back.
She became motivated to help with the war effort, leaving high school early to join a civilian group called the Women Air Raid Defense, or WARD.
Why did you want to work for the wards?
Just because it was important.
They plotted the planes as they got the radar information.
But it was through the war effort that Betty made a more consequential life decision: to pile into a cramped car with a group of friends and a few U.S. sailors.
Where'd you have to sit?
On Dad's lap.
Hal Hooper of Waverly, Tennessee, was that lucky sailor. A few years later, when Betty and her sister visited the mainland, Hal proposed.
Was he good looking?
Yeah.
They were smitten.
Dad wrote to his mother to tell her about wanting to marry Mom, and she wrote, "East is east and west is west, and never the twain shall meet."
But their families were not thrilled about the interracial marriage.
She was the first real rebel that married a white person and moved away from Hawaii.
Betty's daughters say the family softened on those hard feelings once they all came along.
What kept you busy?
Children.
Eventually, Hal and Betty ended up in Gallatin. Hal set up a successful medical practice. Betty designed this home, raised 6 children, and poured herself into passions like painting watercolors and gardening.
She will sit out on the patio and look at the trees above her and say, I planted this and I planted that, and look how tall it's gotten now.
Hal passed away in 2016, but scores of grandchildren and great-grandchildren have helped fill the void.
Dad was number 1, Mom was number 2, and every time somebody would be born or get married, he would tell us what our number was.
They're coming.
So they had these T-shirts that we're all going to wear.
More than 70 in all to celebrate her birthday.
It's like her living this long, she's a treasure to us.
All to give thanks for a woman who has seen and experienced so much.
Her love is calm, gentle, rich, deep.
With photojournalist Dan Blommel, Chris Davis, News Channel 5.
Amazing. Happy birthday. As we mentioned, Betty was a talented watercolor painter and has distributed nearly all of her works to grandchildren and great-grandchildren. The family's now working on compiling all of her works and then turning it into a book.